The story of Brendan Fraser has often been surrounded by rumors, speculation, and dramatic claims about a so-called Hollywood mafia that silenced him. But the truth behind his disappearance from the spotlight is far more layered, emotional, and deeply human than any conspiracy narrative suggests. At the height of his fame in the late 1990s and early 2000s, Fraser was one of the most beloved actors in the world, starring in major hits like the Mummy franchise and charming audiences with his humor, physicality, and relatable presence. However, just as quickly as he rose to prominence, his career seemed to fade, leaving fans wondering what had gone wrong. For years, the silence around his absence fueled theories that powerful forces within Hollywood had pushed him out. But when Fraser eventually spoke openly about his experiences, a more painful and complex reality began to emerge. One of the most significant moments he revealed was an incident in 2003 involving Philip Burke, who Fraser accused of inappropriate behavior during a public event. This experience left him feeling shaken, vulnerable, and deeply uncomfortable within an industry that he once felt at home in, and it marked the beginning of a period of withdrawal and emotional struggle. Rather than being overtly blacklisted in a dramatic, cinematic sense, Fraser described a more subtle shift: fewer calls, fewer opportunities, and a growing sense of isolation that made it increasingly difficult to maintain his previous level of success. At the same time, his personal life was undergoing significant turmoil, including a divorce that not only took an emotional toll but also created financial pressures that added to his stress. These challenges were compounded by serious physical health issues resulting from years of performing demanding stunts in action films, which led to multiple surgeries and chronic pain that affected both his career and his quality of life. Fraser has spoken candidly about how these overlapping struggles, emotional trauma, physical injury, and personal hardship, converged to create a period in his life where continuing in Hollywood felt nearly impossible. The idea of a Hollywood mafia silencing him, while compelling as a headline, oversimplifies a situation that was driven more by systemic issues, power imbalances, and the lack of support for individuals facing trauma within the entertainment industry. Hollywood can be an unforgiving environment, where stepping away for any reason can result in being quickly forgotten, and where vulnerability is often seen as a weakness rather than something to be supported. Fraser's experience reflects these realities, showing how easily someone can slip through the cracks when they are dealing with unseen struggles. Yet, what makes his story truly remarkable is not just the difficulties he faced, but the resilience he demonstrated in rebuilding his life and career. After years out of the spotlight, Fraser began to re-emerge with roles that showcased his depth as an actor, culminating in his widely acclaimed performance in The Whale. This role not only reintroduced him to audiences but also earned him critical recognition and marked a powerful comeback that few could have predicted. His emotional speeches and visible gratitude during awards season resonated with people around the world, transforming his narrative from one of disappearance to one of perseverance and redemption. Fraser's journey has also contributed to broader cultural conversations about abuse, mental health, and the importance of compassion within competitive industries. By speaking out, he helped highlight that struggles are not always visible and that even those who appear successful can be dealing with profound challenges behind the scenes. Today, rather than being remembered as someone who was silenced, Fraser is increasingly seen as a figure who endured, adapted, and ultimately found his way back. His story serves as a reminder that the truth is often more complex than the headlines suggest, and that resilience can take many forms. It is not a tale of secret organizations or dramatic conspiracies, but of a man navigating pain, loss, and recovery in an industry that does not always make space for such experiences. In the end, what happened to Brendan Fraser is not just about what he lost during those difficult years, but about what he gained through perseverance, a renewed sense of purpose, a deeper connection with audiences, and a legacy that now includes not only his early successes but also one of the most inspiring comebacks in modern Hollywood history.